All right, for those of you who shop, this is probably something you should know. Percent change. So when an amount A changed to a new amount B, then the percent change is calculated by taking B minus A divided by A. So we take and so this starts here. It starts here, ends here. So we take the ending minus the starting divided by the starting, then times 100, and then we put a percent on the whatever our final value is. Okay, so we're changing this would give us a decimal, this we're converting to a percentage. So what would we do here? So here it's increasing. So we take, in this case, 300 minus 100 divided by 100 times 100%. And so what we get is 200% as our answer. Again, we're just taking B minus A over A times that 100%, and we get that. And so they kind of leave off the 100. They just say you multiply by 100, then add a percent, but you're adding a percent at that point there. So you can go ahead and think about it as that if you want to. Now here we're decreasing from 300 to 100. So here we're taking 100 minus 300 divided by 300 times 100%. So 100 minus 300 divided by 300 times 100. And again, that percent is what we could do. We could put that percent here if we wanted to. And so minus 2 thirds times 100. So that's going to be basically a negative 66 and 2/3%. So we've decreased. Okay. So that's good because that's what we say we're doing here. All right. So percent change in exponential functions. So suppose an amount A increases or decreases by R%, or by R expressed in decimal form. So they might give you 1 or 10%, and we're going to use little r, which is zero point 0.1, because we're going to need to do everything in a decimal form when we're doing these for each unit increase in x. So if r is greater than 0, so positive, the growth factor is a equals 1 plus r, and a is going to be greater than 1. Now, if r is between -1 and 0, so it's a negative, then the decay factor is a equals 1 plus r, and a is going to be between 0 and 1. Okay. Now, if the initial amount, that's the initial amount we always put in C, the amount A after X unit increases is given by the following. Okay. Or if we want to, we can put it out like this here as well. So this is in one form, this is in the other form. So equivalently, depending on which way you want to look at it, those are going to be the same thing because that's going to be your initial starting point, and A is going to be kind of really 1 plus R is what A is, because remember, A is 1 plus R. Okay, so we can write it either way depending on how we want to look at it or what we're given. All right, so here it says an account that contains $900 decreases in value by 30%. Find the decrease in value of the account, find the final value of the account, and by what factor A did the account decrease. All right, well, if A is 900, our decreasing by 30%, R has to be a negative zero point 0.3 because we're decreasing, so it's going to be negative, and we convert that to a decimal, which is 0.3. All right, so R times A is going to give us a negative 270. So take 900 minus 270, that's going to be our final value. Okay, so the decrease in value, so I guess we've decreased by $270, and this is going to be the final value of the account. So we started here, decreased that much, that's the final value. Now, what factor of A did the account decrease? Well, now we just plug it in. A is equal to 1 plus R. Well, R was negative zero point 0.3, so 1 minus zero point 0.3 is 0.7. So the account was A factor was zero point 0.7. Okay, and if we think about that, if we take 900 times 0.7, 0063, move the decimal over, that's $630. Okay, so that's another way to think about it too. All right, let's stop there and come back for some more.